Hello there, this is DBT and these are the rooms. And alright, let's continue the run of the Bulls in multiplayer slipstream in Asphalt 9 global version in Android. Totally the name. And today, we're continuing with this beauty you see over here, the Lamborghini Centenario. Again, if you don't know what we're doing, then you missed the last video. I don't know why you missed it. You should have seen it. Maybe the link is appearing in the top right, I don't know. But we're basically driving with every single Lambo available in the entire game, because all of them are available in a golden state in multiplayer. So this is a one in a lifetime opportunity. So we're doing it. And like I said, we're starting with the Centenario. Oh yeah, let's do it. Now, it's kind of funny because in the previous video, we couldn't get a single W because I was driving the worst Lambos. And don't get me wrong, there's still gonna be some challenges up ahead in the cars that I'm gonna continue to be using. But the jump from the previous races on the previous video to this, it's crazy because certainly in the previous one I was using class D and C, suddenly over here I'm using already class S. Granted, this is the lowest class S out there, but the difference in top speed is massive. So I have a good feeling about this. I mean, W feeling? I don't know, but at least not a straight up 8th place feeling. So that is something to consider. Now, I did say in the previous video, and I'll mention it again, that the game is laggy in general, but it's even worse in slipstream. So I do apologize for any lag that you see, all of the stutters and all of that. I hate it, it's terrible, but it is what it is. Such is the game, unfortunately, and that's how we have to live with it. That's it. But yeah, Centenario, what a beauty of a car. Now, I'll be completely honest, I've said it a bunch of times. If you watch my Asphalt 8 content, you may know about this. I'm not a huge fan of the Centenario. This color combination looks pretty dope, the black with the yellow trim and all of that, it looks super dope. But I got super tired of seeing this car in this color combination. Oh, what's happening? Jesus Christ. I got tired of seeing this color combination because in Asphalt 8, this is the only combination you can see. Well, either with the yellow trim or red trim, but always in black, and I don't love that. And while it does look fancy, I think this car can look very, very good with other colors, which is fortunately what we can do in this game. However, first, a Sienna and a Terzo beat me, but I beat Huracan, much better car than the Centenario overall. A Sienna, an SE20, Sienna, and another Terzo Millennium. Okay, not a bad result, honestly, not bad. Okay, and speaking of colors, I changed it to... It doesn't show. Blue. I was hoping that it was gonna show over there in the preview, but not really. Alright, fine. I changed it to a dark blue. It's one of the official colors for the car. Looks pretty dope. Now, my only thing... Oh, would you start game? I want to show the car. Jesus. Okay, there we go. I had to skip ahead a little bit because it was taking forever. But yeah, my only problem with adding the custom colors in the car is that it doesn't keep the trim of the diffuser. Those ginormous yellow line that you see in the main color. I mean, the main livery. Whatever you want to call it. Excuse me if I made a disgusting sound. I don't know what was that. But yeah, I understand that the yellow wouldn't quite work with this color combination. But man, I just wish that, I don't know, they let you choose the color for that part, or if that's too much technology to handle in Asphalt 9, make it so that the diffuser, it's a lighter version of the main color. So, for example, to have a much brighter blue diffuser lines, that would look so dope. Because that is the one thing that gets lost. Like, I do like seeing the car in different colors because it allows to see the shapes of the car better, which is something that is kind of understated when the car is completely black. That's at least my opinion. That's why I don't like cars to be black. But while now you can see better the body of the car and all of that good stuff, now you don't see the diffuser, which is one of the main visual attractions of this car. Just how insane that diffuser is. But well, you know, you win some, you lose some, I suppose. Best case scenario is something like Forza Horizon, where you can just customize it completely, and yeah, you can have some fancy color for the diffuser as well, but you know, it's fine. Alright, not a great race, unfortunately, but I'm still gaining a little bit of points, which is better than what was happening in the entire last video. Alright, fine. Alright, there we go. Now look at my beauty, look at my Centenario, looks so beautiful. Now, I do own the Centenario. I mean, it's easy to own the Centenario in this game. And because of that, I'm able to use different materials and different colors and all of that. So there it is. Yellowish, orangey, matte color. Looks pretty dope if you ask me. I hope you just asked me because I just gave you the answer. So I'm gonna believe that you did ask. But yeah, in case you don't know, by the way, the Lamborghini Centenario was released in 2016 as a celebration of what would have been Ferruccio Lamborghini's birthday, 100th birthday. That's why it's called the Centenario. Centenario meaning 100. So yeah, there we go. In case you didn't know, now you know why it's called like that, why it was a big deal, why it was a big celebration of a car in a way. So yes, Lamborghini education with DBT. Now you know. It's kind of curious because if I remember correctly, I might be making this up because honestly, oh Jesus Christ. But I do believe that this car was the first one to introduce four-wheel steering. I mean, not the first car in the world. I'm saying the first Lamborghini car to have four-wheel steering. Because this car was made to be very much city-focused. So the idea is that this car would handle amazing so that you could use it in the city. You could maneuver around the city as opposed to, you know, something like a Lamborghini Aventador Super Veloce, which was kind of the contemporary Lamborghini at the time. Why am I going on this side? Is this the best side to go? I have no idea. I'm just following them. I think this is the worst side to go. Man, this is so twisty. Is this good? I have no idea. Wow. Oh, is this a 2-minute race? The super long one? No. Okay, whatever. It's fine. But yeah, that was kind of the idea. Like I said, the Lamborghini Super Veloce was made more for like, ooh, high speed and all of that. This car is more about crazy handling for city use. 4th place, all right, fine. Defeated by a Cian, 2 Countach LPIs, but I did beat everybody else, so that's good. And speaking on Aventador Super Veloce is the next one to use over here. Literally is the next one in the list, according to the ranks. So there we go. What a beauty. This is actually one very fast Lamborghini at almost 368 for all the speed of Lambos in this game. This is pretty fast, which kind of makes sense for the name Super Veloce, which means super fast. And we're in a relatively top speed oriented track. I mean, not the best for top speed, but it's okay. I mean, I keep saying that it's fast, but when you compare it with the Countach LPI, for example, the Countach LPI is still faster, if I remember correctly. Huh. Hold on, I'm not even sure what's the speed of the Countach LPI. Obviously, because it's a car that I very rarely drive, because GameLove decided to make that car so obnoxiously annoying to acquire, or rather, so obnoxiously impossible to acquire. You needed a crazy amount of Lambos, rare Lambos at that, in order to maybe unlock it. And yeah, that was kind of a pain in the buttocks. Here we go. See what I'm saying? Fast Lambo. And to be completely honest, it's even though this is Class S and the one that I just used was, no, excuse me, this is Class A, and the Centenario that I was using in the previous race is Class S. This is in general a better Lambo than that one, than the Centenario in this game. Just because of what I was saying about the ranks based, I think I said that on the previous video, that the ranks are kind of inflated for some classes, whatever. I don't want to go into it right now because I don't know how to explain it. I'm just making myself look like an unsmart person. I mean, I am, but don't need to make it too obvious. All right, finally we get a W. I told you. If we land in the right track with the right car, we can do something decent. And just like that, I have beaten Countach LPI, Terzo Milenio, Cian, Terzo, Estivo, and another Cian. Beautiful. And now it's green, because green looks nice. And we landed in a very green track that is absolutely terrible for this car. The Caribbean, it's a very twisty track overall, and that's not good for the Super Veloce, because while this Lambo is very fast, it's actually kind of bad with the handling, and the drift is pretty much terrible. So yeah, it's a car that you want to use in not super twisted tracks, but such as the multiplayer over here, randomness in regards to which track you're assigned or in which track you're going to be racing, so there's a good chance you might be doing terrible. Oh, the lag, no! That was lag, come on, man. Come on, utter bullshit. I'm okay. You saw that, and by the way, this is what I was talking about, the lag issues. You saw how that entire section just decided to go super laggy for no good reason. Well, I guess it's because there was a lot of cars on the screen, I don't know, but that is the end of my race. Well, I mean, I'm still gonna finish it, but from being first place to being last, well, second to last now. Oh, he quit. Well, I feel you, buddy, I feel you. But yeah, it is very annoying when the game lags. Actually, I was talking in the previous video about the Countach 25th anniversary and how difficult it was to get a decent result with it. The best result I could get was a 3rd place with that car. And honestly, yeah, that's my all-time best in this series with that car. And there was precisely a point where I hit a wall pretty annoyingly, very badly, because the game lagged right as I was approaching the wall, and I tried to drift, but the game lagged, so it didn't quite register it, and I hit the wall, and I hated it. And I was about to get rid of that clip, because I mean of that lap, because I'm like, oh, it looks terrible because of the hit. But then I realized that I wasn't gonna get a better result than that 3rd place. And much like the Lamborghini Asterion, this one has body kit parts, so I applied it and I put a custom color on it. Unfortunately, Lambos don't have dual colors, so I cannot make it look even fancier than that, but hey, it still looks pretty good. Is that blue that you just saw over there? Is this beauty right here? Give it a second, it'll show up again on the side. There it is, my beauty, yeah. But yeah, I'm just kinda sad that there's no dual color, and it's kinda silly because the AI does use dual color when you're racing against them in career or wherever. You see Lambos with dual colors and you're like, wait a second, but that's illegal. In fact, I do believe that Lambos did have dual colors at some point, but I don't know, I guess Lamborghini, the company, didn't want to have dual colors on the cars. I have no idea what, but yeah, they removed them and I missed that jump. Terrible, terrible, DBT. But yeah, it's kind of cool that this car has body kits. You can see that it has some extra air intakes that look like little horns on oh Jesus Christ, the lag. By the engine cover, you can see that the wing has those little pieces that I never remember what they're called, to the side of the wing. Then the diffuser is different, the side skirts are different, the front is different, although you cannot see that because obviously you see the car from behind. But yeah, kind of nice when they have body kits, but like I said, there's only a few Lambos that have it. In fact, I think it's only this one, the Super Veloce, and the, oh Jesus Christ, I think it's only the Super Veloce and the Asterion that have it, but you know, just to show it to you, because I think it's worth looking at it. Look at that. Look at that beauty. Look at that beauty. Come on, show it from the front. Show it from the, but look at that splitter. I mean, excuse me, diffuser. Okay, fine, I'll do it manually. We're doing it live. Free. There we go. Now you can see the front. Huh? How about that? But yeah, anyway, that was the Super Veloce. It's time to move to another one. And that is the Lamborghini Murcielago Roadster. I don't love the fact that it's a Roadster. I don't like how it distorts the engine cover. I would rather, you know, it was a regular one, but okay, whatever, it's fine. It's the Lambo Murcielago, which a lot of people love. I don't hold a ton of love for it, but it's fine. Now, the Murcielago, it's a Class B car. It's like a middle, yeah, I would say right in the middle of B class. It's not a bad car, although a lot of people say that it's a bad one because obviously it's not as good as something like the Huracan. But overall, it's not terrible. It's decently fast, it's decently agile, it's decently everything. I think it does pretty alright. It just sucks that it's the Roadster version as opposed to the Coupe. If it was a Coupe, I would love it so much more, but oh well. It is what it is, sadly. Now, curiously enough, this is higher ranked than the Aventador Super Veloce that we just raced, but again, because this is Class B, it's slower overall than the Super Veloce, even though this is higher ranked. I guess it's because it does drift better than that and all that, but as I was saying, there's this weird overlap with the ranks in this game, and where a car of a lower class may have a higher rank, but actually overall it doesn't perform nearly as good as the one in a higher class with lower rank. You know, it's nonsense. It's nonsense, what can I say? But yeah, this is not an absolutely terrible car. It's alright overall. I don't know why people like to hate it so much. I think I've said it a bunch of times, but I think people really focus, oh Jesus Christ, that's a terrible jump. Focus too much on comparing cars to the absolute best. Well, yeah, if you compare any car against the absolute best, the car that you're comparing it is probably gonna do pretty bad, unless it's another straight up king. But it's obvious that there can only be so many kings before they get dethroned, and you know, if everything is a king, nothing is a king, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, this is no king, that's fine, but it's not a bad car. It's an enjoyable car, and it's a Lambo, so what's there not to like? Except the fact that it's a Roadster. That's what there's not to like. What's there not to like? Yeah. Come on, can I get a second place? Can I get a second place? No, the guy was just lagging massively. Look at that teleporting. Jesus. Okay, but Yeah, Cyan and an LPI, but I did bit Terzo, Cyan S18, and a Sesto Elemento. Oh, what? That one disconnected. Alright, now, I'm not a huge fan of, like I said, black cars. And dark gray, it's not my favorite either. But I did apply it to this car because it makes me think of that Batman movie where Bruce Wayne was driving a Murcielago, which makes sense because, you know, Murcielago means bad. So, you see what they did there? But that's why I like from time to time driving it in dark gray. Not my favorite still, but hey. I mean, I would rather show it to you in orange, but honestly, the orange color in this game, I mean, the orange color for this car in this game looks kind of bad. It's a very toasty orange, as opposed to a very bright sunny orange, you know? So I don't necessarily love it. So we might have to skip showing the car in orange. It's fine. It is what it is. Look at that, I'm catching up to that Cyan. I mean, the Cyan is overall much faster simply because it has the perfect nitro boost. But if people don't use perfect nitro, then they're wasting 10 kilometers an hour that they could be using. And because of that, my car can kind of perhaps catch up to them. Maybe. Possibly. No! We're fine. But we lost a ton of speed. Come on, catch the slipstream. Catch the slipstream. Come on! No! Lost my second place because of physics. Thank you, game. Thank you. You're so lovely. I love you. All right. Countach, Cyan. Again, does it surprise anybody that these are the cars that are getting the first and second place, third, and whatever constantly? It's all right. It's all right. Now, in white, I think the Murcielago does look very nice. It looks fancy. It looks... Oh, wow. This race started quickly. Nice. Yeah, I think in white it looks pretty dope. I think I like it quite a bit. I said my favorite would be orange, but in white, not bad at all, I tell you. Okay, here we go. Now, top speed-oriented track, I wouldn't be as surprised if the Terzo Millennio just eat everybody alive. Although, the one thing that the Terzo Millennio can do very well from what I've seen, I haven't driven that car very much, even though I do own it. I only have it at 4 stars and I haven't upgraded it, so I haven't driven it very much. And normally I don't get too often to Legend League, so I don't have much of a chance. But from what I've seen, the Terzo Millennio doesn't drift amazing. That seems to be its problem. So the loopy section around this track might be a bit of a problem for the Terzo Millennio. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure it out. Whee! Please don't break. Please don't break. Ugh. I hate that part because sometimes the car bounces weird off that little ledge. And that's the end of your race. Wait a second. Was there no loopy section in this track? This was a version without the loopy section. Okay. Well, third place. Not too terrible. Not too terrible overall. Veneno. Oh, mwah. Cyan. And I did beat an LPI, Reventon, Revuelto, Terzo, and another Veneno. Okay, but Veneno won, so that makes me happy. Very happy. And now, the final car for this video is the Lamborghini Diablo GT. Oh man, a Class C car. This is pain. This is pain, because the acceleration on this car is atrocious. Atrocious. The top speed is very good for a Class C, but the acceleration is, oh man, such a nightmare. So we'll see what we can do. And we're in a relatively twisted track, so I don't know how this is gonna go. Now, we're in a slipstream, so obviously the acceleration gets a little mitigated, or rather, the lack of acceleration is kind of mitigated by the fact that you can get into Shockwave relatively easy. But it's still not an easy car to drive on all things considered over here. Again, for a Class C, well, to be fair, even for a Class C, it's not fantastic. Even though it was elite Class C for a little bit, it's still not fantastic, because man, again, this acceleration really hurts it. It takes forever to catch its top speed, so no, it's a nightmare. And like I said over here, thanks to the slipstream, well, we should be able to get to top speed relatively often. But even then, it's not an amazing car by any means, being Class C, even though it's much higher, well, it's higher ranked than the Centenario that we saw earlier, it's higher ranked than the Murcielago, higher ranked than the Super Veloce. It's nowhere near as decent as those cars are. Let the record show that I said decent, not that they're amazing or anything, they're just decent. All that being said, is still for the showcase that I published some time ago, whenever that was, for you. I still managed to get some W's with this car, so that's how I managed to get a clip or a race over there in that video where I get a W. But overall, yeah, it's not super easy to get this thing going, because man, again, it is fast for a Class C, but it just hurts everywhere else, you know? Bad handling, well, not terrible handling, but not good. Horrendous acceleration and just okay nitro. Not quite the recipe for W's, let me tell you that. 5th place, unsurprisingly, not a fantastic result. Beaten by a Terzo Milenio, Revuelto, Countach, Revuelto, and alright, that's fine. To be 100% honest with you, it hurts my soul a little bit that this car isn't good. If you don't know, even though I keep saying this over and over so many videos, the Lamborghini Diablo as a whole, but I suppose specifically the Super Veloce, is the Lambo that made me fall in love with the Lambo brand. So even though we don't have a Super Veloce here, we have the Lamborghini Diablo, excuse me, we don't have the Diablo Super Veloce, we do have the Lamborghini Diablo GT, right? So it's a Diablo, so I still like it, but yeah, it's not a good car in this game. Even, like I said, even in Class C, you'll be hard-pressed to say that this is a good car over there. Top speed is and everything, and taking so long to accelerate and just being overall sluggish, it's not a great deal. So that's why I'm a little bit saddened that this car isn't amazing over here. I wish it was a really good Class C car, but it isn't. That's fine, I guess. If anything, it should have a lower rank. That's what I would say. Because with the rank that it has, it makes no sense for the performance that it has. I really don't feel it. So I think this car is massively overranked. It's fast, yes, but that's all it has. Come on, Game Loft, that makes no sense. To be fair, Game Loft has shown how their ranking makes no sense when they had to change the rank of the... Oh, hold up. Come on, give me a W, give me a W, give me a W, W! Yeah, baby! Wait, did I get W or not? Yeah, baby! Look at that. Okay. It's not a great car, but at least I managed to get a W, so I'll congratulate myself, put myself in the back. I did beat what is Terzo Milenio, Cien, Terzo, Cien, and Revuelto, damn! But yeah, overall I do still say that it's an overranked car. What can I say? And for the final race of today, I changed the color again of the car because of course, and now it is white. Because white looks kind of nice in some cars. Not all of them, but in some of them. But I just realized of a very unintentional thing. Do you know that the Diablo name literally means devil? So I guess you could say that now I am driving the White Devil. Huh? White Devil, get it? Okay, whatever. Okay, this race doesn't seem like it's gonna go my way. Now, I have already reached, you saw in the previous race I managed to get to the Gold League, which is, you know, the intermediate league, I suppose, which I hadn't been able to reach, mostly by choice originally, because in all of the clips that I was recording for the showcase, I made sure to be in the lowest league possible, which was the silver. You cannot really be in beginner league over here. Because, you know, I wanted easy races. I keep saying it, those type of videos, I'm not doing it to show skills or anything. I just try to race against easy opponents so that the cars look nice when they get a W. But the reality, like I said, even then, honestly, people in lower leagues still using really high ranked cars are still gonna defeat your attempts with the low ranked cars. So there is that. And kind of the same thing that happened in the previous video and part of this video, driving with low ranked cars against the really high ranked Lambos. It's not in any in any way a recipe for a W. But you know what? It's fine. It happens. And actually, from this point onward, I think this was the last bit of proper pain with the Lambos. Meaning that in the next video, we're gonna start seeing better Lambos that perform much better. So hopefully we're gonna start getting better results, probably ranking up a little bit and whatnot. With the only exception of the Lamborghini Gallardo, which is not a bad car by any means, but still being a Class C has a little bit of problems keeping up with them Class A, the Class B, A, and S. But that is for the next video. For today, that's gonna do it. Tell me in the comments which of the 4 Lambos we saw over here you like the most in terms of looks, and maybe in performance, but mostly on looks, because I want to know which Lambos you like. But that's all for now. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care and stay safe. Bye-bye.